we are getting some good basketball. If you're not watching NBA playoffs right now, I don't know what you're doing, because this is primetime TV. We're getting some good games. We're getting some, quote unquote, some upsets. And when we look at the Western Conference, anybody can come out of the Western Conference. It is wide open. Everyone has a chance, Specifically, this video, we're going to talk about the Phoenix Suns versus the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers come up with a dub over in Phoenix, 115-110. Russell Westbrook had the best bad game of all time, I would say. It kind of puts that into like a negative connotation, but he had, when you look at the stat line, first you're going to see 3 for 19 for 9 points. That is not good at all. 1 for 6 from 3. But you also had 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He was playing, my respect for him. Oh my gosh, I respect Russell Westbrook. Heart. Like at the end of the game, got his jersey. He pulled it to show them his heart, because he played with pure heart out there. And you know what I noticed too? When he sees KD and another team and he guards him, he becomes a defensive player of the year candidate. He puts it on the line. I mean, just in general, this game, not just on KD, but throughout the whole game, Russell Westbrook was giving you effort on both ends. He was getting you stops. If he was beat, he'll try to get you from behind. A lot of his block shots, a lot of his steals, a lot of his deflections came from behind. He was not giving up on plays. He really wanted to win this game. He really wants to win this series, and that's the best defense I've seen Russell Westbrook play in a while, because we don't know Russell Westbrook for playing defense. We don't know him for that, but just giving them more opportunities. I mean, even stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Like there was one play where it was at the end of the game, maybe in the last minute or two, shot went up and he went to try to get the offensive rebound. He didn't actually get it, but he tipped it. He tried to get the board and it ended up touching DeAndre Ayton, going out of bounds. That's winning basketball, even though that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Russell Westbrook attacking the offensive boards, trying to get a board, even though he didn't get it. They still got the possession back. And he had probably the biggest play of the game, one-on-one, defending Devin Booker at the top of the key with 16 seconds left. Gets the clutch block, recovers the ball, and hits it off of Devin Booker. Big plays by him. And then Kawhi Leonard. We got a master class from Kawhi Leonard today. In the mid-range. Even at the 3, he was hitting some threes. But whoever was guarding him, whether it was KD, D-Book, they had Torrey Craig, he was just getting to his spots, At some points, he was stuck, and I didn't know if he can get a shot up. Like when he had D-Book on him out the one possession, he stopped there. D-Book gave a good defensive stop. He was trying to pivot around, ended up using that little chicken wing elbow to get some space. 1-2, a lot of people say it's a travel. Not a travel, It looks awkward, but not a travel. Got the shot up. Was able to get a bucket. He was getting it all over the floor. Kawhi Leonard, when he is healthy, let's not forget about who he is. He's still one of the best players in the league. Obviously low management is a thing with him, but it's playoff time. He's playing big minutes. Played 41 minutes today. And when you just look at both of these teams, you really notice how deep the Clippers are. Obviously Paul George is not playing, and we got the news that he's not going to play in this series, so they're going to have to get out of the series if they want Paul George to come back. But still, this Clippers team is very deep. I mean, starting lineup, Russell Westbrook, Eric Gordon, timely shots, big shots, spacing the floor out for them. And then Nicholas Batum, Kawhi Leonard at the 4, Ivica Zubac at the 5. Ivica Zubac, let's give him some credit. He had 12 points, 15 rebounds, giving them second chance opportunities, and Clippers limited the Phoenix Suns to only 1 shot. I mean, if we look at the offensive rebounding disparity, the Clippers had 15 offensive rebounds, and the Phoenix Suns only had 6. So limiting those second chance points, very important. That's an underrated thing, you got to think about. But yeah, let me go back. I was talking about how the Clippers are really deep. Westbrook, Gordon, Leonard, Batum, Zubac. And then off the bench, Norman Powell had a big game, 5 for 10, 14 points. Terrence Mann giving you good defense, giving you a little bit of offense. Mason Plumlee, Bones Highland, got to see him do better. Got to see him, hit some shots. I think it's going to be big, especially with Paul George being out. You need some of that scoring. Bones Highland got to play better. But even, looking at the rest, Robert Covington's not playing, not in rotation. Marcus Morris, this is a deep team. And then when you compare them to the Phoenix Suns, obviously you have that big 4 with Chris Paul, D-Book, KD, and DeAndre Ayton. And then you have Torrey Craig as the 5th. But when you look at the bench, like I saw D-Book out there with Landry Shamet, Ish Wainwright, Jock Landale was getting minutes. No disrespect to them, obviously, but not that deep. I mean, Terrence Ross too. You brought him in to get some buckets off the bench for you, but he didn't give you anything tonight. The Phoenix Suns, that was definitely a question going into the playoffs. We didn't, at least, I was like, the big four, can cover up for some of those mistakes, cover up for the shortcomings on the bench. But now you're seeing it that, it's really important that your team has to be deep, strength in numbers. The Phoenix Suns, they need more production off their bench if they want to come out the series, because, majority, I think the betting odds even have Phoenix Suns coming out of the Western Conference. And with this win, a big win for the Clippers to take one over there in Phoenix, to steal a game. It's very big. I mean, we can even say for both sides, the Clippers take a big game. If we look at them, if we try to be pessimistic. Kawhi Leonard, obviously all-time player, but do you expect him to have 38 every game? No. So you're going to need to see those big games. Russell Westbrook obviously had a great performance outside of his shooting. But you want to see Russell Westbrook give you at least 10 to 15 points, not shoot 3 for 19. And I would think that this is going to be his worst shooting performance of the whole playoffs. 3 for 19, he's not going to do that every night. This was the full Russell Westbrook experience, but I wouldn't think this is going to last. And then you would hope Bones Highland steps up for you. But yeah, a big game from Eric Gordon too as well. But yeah, Phoenix, you still had some solid games. D-Book gave it to them on both ends of the floor. KD started the game out slow. I was like 0 for 5, over 6, and then he ended up with 27, almost had a triple-double. But, you need the bench to step up. So it's going to be a very interesting series. We'll see what changes in the rotations, especially with Phoenix. Are they going to try TJ Warren, Darius Baisley, Damian Lee? Are they going to try to see if they can get some scoring punch from them? And then we'll see how the Clippers go moving forward. But that was a big game. That was a big game for the Clippers, man. That's all I have for you guys in this video. If you guys enjoy, hit that like, subscribe, comment. What do you guys think about the playoffs so far? Because I have been loving it. Are we going to see some of these lower seeds go into the second round? Let me know down below. But like I always say in my videos, my first name is Emilio, but my middle name is Lawrence. And I like hoops. If you like hoops too, subscribe to it too. Until next time, peace.